My girlfriend's in the room. I'm flirting with her. This is how you flirt with a girl. Did it work? Hi everyone, how are you all doing? I hope you are well. Today we are going to talk about dating and all the awkward stories that come along with dating and, you know, maybe how to prevent that awkwardness from happening in the future. Although clearly I might not be able to help. Speaking of awkward dates, I want to know your most awkward date or your best dating story down in the comments down below. We can have a grand old chat about the craziest things we've encountered. And I'm going to be asking you guys out on a date. So this Saturday at 5 p.m. by special request, I will be making dinner over on Instagram Live. So if you want to follow along, we'll have some wine, we'll have some dinner, and you guys can come over to my place and have a date. It'll be so much fun. So that's at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern on Instagram Live at Chelsi Madonna. A lot of you were wondering where I was last weekend, but it was Thanksgiving here in Canada, and my parents came to visit, so I hung out with them that weekend. But this weekend, it's all about you. If you haven't been watching my Instagram Live, then you're missing out. You'll have serious FOMO. And before we get into all this wonderful dating gloriousness, I just want to bring attention to one of my previous videos that I did where I'm raising funds for SOI Toronto, which is saving our youth, and it's all based around mental health awareness. So, if you are interested, I will be truly grateful for any contribution you can make. I will link that video down below as well as the GoFundMe where all the proceeds are going towards SOI. Anyway, let's get on into the dating stories. But first, let me give you a little bit of a personal history. So my girlfriend tells me my dating history is not limited, however I believe that it is. Until this past year, the majority of my dating experience hails from high school, so I'm just going to tell you a couple of things that happened around that time. But where I'm from, we had very limited dating options. So we would either go to Tim Hortons or, I mean, if your parents felt like driving you, you'd go to Jungle Jim's, which is like this fast food place that served like matzo sticks. That was a great date place. Like if you got to go on a date at Jungle Jim's, you were golden. However, I think my all-time favorite dating story, slash probably my all-time favorite date of that time, was when this guy drove me out to this parking lot that was next to a pond. This sounds so creepy. And we get out of the car, he goes to his trunk and hauls out a pair of heels. The day before we had a conversation about how I couldn't walk in heels, nor did I know how to walk in heels. So he decided, you know what would be a really great date? If I taught this girl how to walk in heels. Like, she'll probably find that so sexy. And I think I did. So he takes out these heels. For some reason they kind of fit, and they're those ones with the buckles so I could tighten them. So I tighten the heels on my feet, and he holds my hand and teaches me how to walk as if I was walking down a catwalk in these heels. And we did this on a dirt road next to a pond in a parking lot, kind of in the middle of nowhere. You know what? He also taught me how to back up a vehicle. Like how to drive out of a really complicated driveway backwards. Not just like regular backing up in a car, but like how to properly maneuver around turns. And you know where we did? We did that on a cliff in Petty Harbor. Now I've lost a little bit of my adventurous side, I would say, in terms of, you know, backing up on cliffs and walking in heels in the middle of nowhere. But I have to say, I think the best dating experiences come in your adult life when you actually meet people you have lots in common with. And don't just date people that are in your community because they're there. It's true. I feel like I went on a lot of dates with people back in high school because they expressed interest, and I was a really flirty teenager, and if someone flirted with me back or I thought they might like me, I would love to go on a date, and I would go on dates with guys all the time because, I don't know, they just seemed like they were nice and liked me, and that was enough of a reason for me as a teenager. My girlfriend's dying. Are you saying that you wouldn't go on a date with a young man who was very nice and passed you notes in school that said yes or no? You wouldn't do that? Me either. So yeah, those have to be my craziest dating stories, all from that one guy. I don't know, the rest of my dates from around that time, we would like go to the park or walk around or just, yeah, go to Tim Hortons. That was like the most popular date place, was Tim Hortons. So dating in my adult life has definitely been a lot different. And dating women has definitely been different, but I find maybe it's because I'm more aware and I know exactly what I want now. But I've had a lot of questions over on Instagram Live about how to ask a girl out or how to know if a girl likes you or is interested in you. So I thought I would just go through a couple little tips maybe, and hopefully you find it helpful, because I definitely had to learn in my adulthood how to date women, which was kind of scary. So a couple little tips if you're looking to date a girl or ask a girl out. This could apply for anybody, but this is just my experience with girls. And my first tip would definitely be to be polite, but also be yourself. You don't have to put on this like suave and cool personality. You don't have to change to try and get someone else to like you, because the earlier someone gets to know the true you, the more likely they're able to fall for the true you. So it's really nice, and it creates a much more genuine relationship, so that definitely helps. So it's okay to be nervous, it's okay to be awkward, just be polite, be yourself, and have a good time. And see if that person flirts with you back a little bit. Sometimes it can be hard to tell, they could be really subtle, or you might find flirting really awkward, because I know a lot of people who are like that. However, I was really nervous to flirt with women because it mattered so much more to me. Especially coming out, I wanted to make sure that that person liked me and that I did everything right. But you don't need to overanalyze everything. Just feel out the vibe and then see where it goes from there. I've also been asked a lot lately on Instagram Live and in videos how to know if a girl likes girls. And to be honest with you, I'm really bad at telling. I do not have the answer for you, but I do have a couple ways that I try and figure it out myself, which I did with my girlfriend. I guess my gaydar is really off. I don't know. So a couple of things that I did, which might not be your best option. I just kind of asked everybody if my girlfriend was gay. I don't suggest doing that. You don't want to out other people, nor do you want that other person to go back to that person and be like, hey, so-and-so is asking if you're gay. You know, I don't know. I think that's kind of weird. That's a weird thing that I do. No shame. I just go around asking everybody else but that person if they're gay. That's what I did to find out if my girlfriend was gay. That's bad. However, when I found out that my girlfriend was gay and we went out for drinks one night, I don't think either of us really knew if it was a date, but that's when I started being really blunt about it. And I would say things like, so why'd you ask me out tonight? Or, you wouldn't kiss me, would you? But it worked for me. I found afterwards it kind of helped to be a little bit blunt. However, if you've been hanging out with a girl and you think that they've been flirting with you a little bit and you really want to know if they're gay because you seem like you have a really good vibe going with this person, it is 2017 after all. There's no shame in being gay, and there's no shame in asking. Because if you genuinely like a person, you really never know. We come in all shapes and sizes. Wouldn't you say so? Yeah. Only if you feel like you're in a safe and comfortable environment. You know, that's also really important, especially depending on where you live in the world. Anyway, guys, I think that's as many stories and tips as I'm going to give you today. If not, this video will go on forever. But if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and hopefully someday we can get my girlfriend in to do a video, because she's dated a lot more women than I have, and I bet she has some really interesting points. So, we'll see. Maybe someday I can get her on here. But if you have any more questions, you can head over to any of my social medias at Chelsi Madonna, and we can chat all about dating and about girls and all that fun stuff. And don't forget to show up to the live stream this Saturday at 5 p.m. and we are going to talk all about this. We're gonna have a lovely dinner, a lovely glass of wine, and I'm really excited. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a lovely week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Tell me all your dating stories right now. Go do it.